Alrighty, hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we're back, and today Spidey Partner has blessed us with some more content from 3 months ago that I have been wanting to react to. It's called Tom Holland making Zendaya laugh without trying for 9 straight minutes. Make that nine in 2 minutes, mate. So you get 2 seconds more of the absolute comedy these two are. Still think that Tom Holland, Zendaya, and Jacob Batalon deserve a flipping comedy skit. Still am quite offended that nobody has got onto that yet. These three would be absolute gold. They would be the #1 comedy channel in the world, 100%. But yeah, let's get into this. All right, classic intro. We love to see it. Yep, do your classic like little intro thing, you know. Yep, subscribe to be notified. Alright, mate. As I said with my last video, you don't gotta put in the merch ad, mate. Is this even his merch? I don't know. Good Lord, how long? This merch ad is pretty long.
So there was a funeral scene. How many of you were who was at the funeral?
I was at the funeral.
Funeral? Yes, yeah. Funeral.
Yeah.
Say what? You're Tom. Tom. You were at RDJ's funeral? You were at RDJ? Oh wait, yeah, he was. I kind of want, but mate, yo, mate, like, what? Oh man, what? What?
Were you at the funeral, Zendaya? No.
Zendaya
was not.
Yep, classic. None of Tom Holland's friends were invited to the funeral. I guess only Aunt May was invited to the funeral. Makes total sense, but Peter, you could have, you could have invited MJ, you could have invited Flash, you could have invited Ned, but no. You just had to only bring May with you, mate.
We weren't invited, no.
Jake was not at the funeral.
No.
Jake,
This is how bad it is for me. I was told it was a wedding.
Yep, the title is correct. Like literally, how someone please tell me how Zendaya found this funny. Actually, that is kind of funny. Tom has been lied to about a funeral. He said he was going to the wedding, but I love how Zendaya literally just burst out laughing while Tom is sitting there so confused of like, dude, why are you like woman, what are you laughing at? Like something I was obviously saying.
No word of a lie. I showed up to the wedding.
Very somber wedding.
Yeah, they're actually kind of true. A very somber wedding. Jesus Christ. How high were you? How high was the cast? All right. How many drinks did they have before that scene? All right. How many drinks? I want to know. I'm gonna take a random guess. I'm gonna take 38 drinks before that scene. So each one of them had like at least like 800 drinks per second, Because with this amount of comedy, they need to have a comedy show.
cover your ears. And I was like, where's Robert?
Oh,
man. One time when we were shooting Avengers Infinity War, I think it was. No, it was Endgame. She was in her blue suit, and I was in my Spider-Man suit, and she came up and she asked me for a photo with me.
The most random ass photo ever. This is the most random ass photo. Look at the boy in the bag. Look at the little boy in the bag. Man, look at the little boy. Oh man. Still, man. My God, Tom. Get back to the hair salon, brother. You need to, like today my man could really use a haircut. Jesus Christ. I'm not shaming. But with the amount of curls in this man's head, sheesh. This man looks like this man looks like a flippin' furry. Just with less long teeth. This man would literally, his hair could literally stop a nuke from hitting the earth. It's that curly, mate. But my God, to think that RDJ already has gray hairs, man. It's like that, man. Can't wait to see. I kind of want to see if I can download Face app and see what Tom Holland would look like when he's older, like old. I can imagine, but we don't want to get into that.
Robert, and then I think she posted it and she said, Robert Downey Jr., myself, and this guy. I was like,
so you're this guy.
I was just the guy.
But that's cute.
So you're like, I think it's like a bit of a reference to what Iron Man said in Civil War. Like you're the Spider guy, Spider Boy. Yeah, I think that's a reference to that.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, this guy.
This guy.
Meaning like
My God, Jesus Christ. I caught at the perfect time. All of them in sync smiling. Jesus Christ. It's Jacob looking at Tom, Zendaya. Then it's Jacob looking at Tom looking at Zendaya, and then Zendaya looking at both of them. It's a weird cycle. So yeah, but my God, man. Look at what Tom is wearing and look at what Jacob and Zendaya are wearing. You spot the difference here? Jacob and Zendaya have more of a fashion sense than, well, actually today, Tom kind of steals that role. Wearing the fashionablest suits with glasses. What a fashion iconist nowadays, but Jesus Christ, mate. How are the two people that, well, actually, I was about to say that are barely talked about. Look at the Twitter handle Tom Daya, and you'll see so many. I really want to see, like screw Tom Daya, screw that, that's been dead, it's buried. What about we get Jacob? Yeah. Let's make it a thing. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe I'll laugh a lot. Like as I said, these people are just absolute nutters when it, well, not that, are just going absolutely nuts when these two are on screen together. That's for sure. I posted this on Twitter, I think, of me going to see Spider-Man Far From Home, and I can't give away anything for the people who haven't watched it. But God, Lord, man. I have the ending scene on my phone, but I'm not going to show it because like that'll kind of just ruin the whole ending for them, for people. Even though some people have already been ruined by the ending. But yeah, there was, as you know, everything that relates to the movie is has been removed from YouTube, but I was lucky enough to get the full ending scene of Spider-Man No Way Home before it was deleted. So I basically have the whole ending on my phone. Like I wish, man, after Christmas I am gonna go back and see it, man. That movie was just amazing. It was the best adrenaline I've had all week. But like, yeah, like adrenaline, that was a flippin' 10 out of 10 adrenaline run. Like that movie had me on the edge of my seat. When I mean on the edge of my seat, I mean literally me staring death in the face, man. I think it was like a week ago. I I had I was at like this place where there was like a lot of rails, and like I jumped onto one of the rails and started just, and I don't know how I did it, but I managed to leap from one rail to the other and just managed to make it halfway to the end before I eventually fell. It was the most weird thing in my life, but Jesus Christ, man. I'm sorry if I'm going on a little tangent here, but I love how I love how like Tom is Tom and Jacob are like the kids who always like play fight with each other, and like Zendaya is like the protective mom. It's absolutely insane, mate. That's basically what it is, mate. It's basically a parent with both of their children. I love to see it that way. I think even Tom and them mentioned it like that. Like I think even Zendaya said it herself, like that she's like the mom in the situation, trying to keep everyone together. Cause if it wasn't for this new Spider-Man trilogy, I don't think these three would ever have met. Well, maybe on the streets, but let's all be honest. I think we all know with the amount of money they're making right now. Well, Jesus Christ, but mate, they could all be making seven figures from what they could literally be making seven figures from this movie alone. I was like, dang. The, even and like when the kissing photos in July went down, I think that was like sort of like a box office push. Like it wasn't only to promote but like we all know that, but like it feels like it was that kind of like push in the box office because I think like people were saying like it went viral on how Spider-Man No Way Home had smashed pandemic box office records. Like mate, you could have like I feel like the thing is like mate the second film the second film, can we have a screw the third film for right now. still love the third film. Best, well, it's in the 1.5 spot between Far From Home and this one. But yeah, it's between those two. I'm still deciding what my favorite is, but like the top whatever like approach John Watts was taking with the second film of like too awkward to like an awkward relationship kind of romance thing. I think they smashed it. It's like you see, like you can read on the internet on like how awkward this type of stuff is. Like even like Tom spoke about it. It was so awkward for him as well. Like I think it was awkward for both of them, knowing that you have to literally play they don't even have to act awkward. They literally anything these two do are awkward. So yeah. You can literally hand Tom and Zendaya a flippin' that. Oh wait, this actually gives me a flippin' good memory of something an interview I saw of like they gave Tom like the Thanos gauntlet and like you just saw him just like playing around with it like a child. That was funny as well, but yeah, like you can give these two anything and they will. You can make these two anything these two say. They make it awkward. So I feel like this scene, if they were going back to do it today, I think it would have been a bit more comfortable. But the fact is that Jesus Christ, the fact that they had to script this, right? Luckily, this was scripted. I'm happy this was scripted, but yeah, but mate, I think if they were to do the awkward kissing scene again, it wouldn't make much of a difference because like we've already gotten it. And I like how Spider-Man Far From Home and No Way Home has kind of been a love story. It's kind of been like that like little part in the middle of like I feel like between the two, like between the two of them, like in this movie, I feel like like Ned might be the guy in the chair, he might be the guy in the chair, but I feel like all the spotlight is mostly on Zendaya and Tom in this movie. Well, MJ and Peter, I should say. Cause now the world knows that Spider-Man has an affiliation with these two people. Like they have an affiliation with these two people, and it feels like it's kind of a bit more stressful on MJ's end than Ned's. It's because, like, if you think about it, well, like, I know, like, Ned has known Peter for longer, and he's Spider-Man for longer, but if you think about it, if you want to look at this in a relationship kind of way, you would say that MJ has a bit more closer connection with Peter than Ned does. You would really see it as that, because like if you think about it, MJ is having to deal with the stress of knowing the entire world is after the person she loves. It's kind of like that kind of like thing, like she has to take a bit. Ned and MJ have to take a bit of a responsibility in this film, and also so does Peter, because Peter has to protect his loved ones, and Ned and MJ also have to protect Peter. from the world. It's kind of weird, but like but if you think about it, the if you think about it, I think like even I think if you like even even if like MJ was a real character in real life, like I think she would say the same thing, that like she Ned and if Peter died in this film to the villains, that all if you think about it, Ned and MJ would have to carry that burden on their shoulder, knowing that they failed to protect the person they love. That was the main. It it still surprises me today, because it's like, what if MJ and Ned failed to protect Peter from the world that is trying to, and I said this before in my breakdown before the movie came out, is that where Peter says, "This is all my fault. I can't save everyone," replying that he's just one man. He's not a god. He is a teenage kid that was gifted these powers. In Toby's trilogy, he said, "This is my gift, my curse." But then he later figures out that it's not a curse, it's a gift. It's more of a gift than a curse. And like it really sets off that thing, like where like, and also like how people like when they saw the MJ falling thing in the trailer, and it like jump cuts before. I feel like that was a big flashback moment of what happened in the Mark Webb's trilogy. People had that kind of like flashback of like what happened and like how the scene mimics it. And so before the film even came out, people were like, there is a chance that MJ could die in this film. And like, like it was like this thing, like if you think about it, like Peter and MJ and Ned all have a task. All their tasks are basically the same. Peter has to protect Ned and MJ and all of his other loved ones, and Ned and MJ have to focus on protecting Peter, because they care so much about him that if he dies, then they would have to carry that burden on their shoulder. They would have to live with the fact that they failed to protect the person they love, and it would kind of go more on MJ's part, but Ned has a bit of it too, because she would now realize, because we know like in this trilogy, MJ has like that kind of dark, protected humor, like she hides herself from the world, and I feel like Peter is the only one who has let her break herself down throughout the films, especially in Far From Home. We get to see Peter peel back the layers of her. We get to see like her true nature and stuff. And now that they care about each other so much, and man, I can't explain it, but like it's like that. Like some people have already seen it, but I can't hold it in, man. Man, I hope everyone has seen it, but like probably people are probably not going to watch this anyway. But like, no one. So yeah, it's like that thing. Like it would have to go more on MJ and Ned's part, because like if Peter died in this film, they would have to carry the burden of knowing they couldn't protect him from what the world was trying to do to him. And I'm about to spoil something here, because like I can't hold it in anymore, man. It's all just killing me. But like there is a scene I'm not going to give too much away, but all I'm going to say, I'm not going to say what part it is in the film, but all I can say is that there is a part in this film where Peter kind of starts to live up to what the world calls him, a murderer. There's a scene in this thing where Peter actually is about to live up to the name the world has given him and stuff. And after a couple minutes of it, we get a shot of Ned and MJ watching as this is happening. And the petrifiedness in their eyes is fairly certain that they think Peter has gone rogue. They think he's gone rogue. And that Peter is about to live up to his name. So yeah, it's kind of awkward, but you can kind of deal with that. Because if you, and I said this before, I would love to see a concept of an adventure of Ned and MJ in the MCU of where Peter dies and Ned and MJ have to kind of figure out what they're going to do to carry that burden. So as I said, MJ and Ned's sole mission in this film is to protect Peter. Their sole mission is to protect Peter. There's nothing else for them to do and help Peter send these villains back to their home. We see the feelings they have for him, the fact that if Peter does get hurt and killed, they would have to carry that sort of failureness of not being able to protect him. Just like Peter felt after Endgame and Far From Home. He feels like he failed to protect Tony. He feels like he failed Tony. That's what they think in this film. It's basically that kind of flashback moment of who he really is, who he cares about. People would, if you think about it, I think if it's true, then I think Peter would take a bullet for Ned and MJ. They would, because it is kind of true. He doesn't mind dying to save the people he loves. He doesn't mind that. He'll know he will die happy. Just like Joker in the Batman films. He wants Batman to kill him. He wants him to kill him. He'll know because Joker will basically win instead of losing. He will win. He will get Batman to break his moral code. And he will basically win. It's basically the same with that. So yeah, Pete, if fictional characters could hear us right now, Peter will take a bullet for these two. I think so would Tom. Tom would take a bullet for Zendaya and Jacob. I feel like that they could, and so would flippin' then MJ and Ned would take a bullet for Peter. That is the sole thing in this, is that no matter what happens, they will always stick together. Even if it means having to take the brutal blow for their loved one. They will die happy. No matter what happens, if they have to take a bullet for the people they love, or they have to take a brutal blow for the people they love. Either way, they will die happy. They will be happy that they know they saved someone's life. Same thing. So that would be the entire concept of like what it would be like to be those two characters, and knowing like boyfriend slash friend relating to Ned and MJ. It would be really hard for them because they're just teenagers. They don't, but their sole mission is to protect him. Their sole mission is to really just be there. Like they're basically like Peter's emotional therapist. God, that sounded so weird. But they're basically Ned and MJ are basically Peter's emotional therapist. They're there. They will always be there. No matter what happens. Peter or Ned or MJ will take a bullet for each other. They will take a bullet. And I also wanted to take into equation, there was the Wired autocomplete interview part 2 they did. And one question was like, are Tom and Zendaya still friends? And they said no, but so I kind of thought to myself, like, so does that mean that if Zendaya or Jacob had the chance, they would stab Tom in the neck? I always flipping thought about that. I was like, if you're really not friends and you're enemies, then prove it right here, right now. Stab Tom in the neck, and then we'll see who the real blockbuster is here. I thought about that, man. I was like, oh man, if I get to interview them in the future, that's the first thing I'm gonna ask. So yeah, like as I said, like Ned and MJ are the people, the only, like after like what has happened, Ned and MJ are the only people Peter has left. And MJ and Ned know that. They know that like Peter is like, and also like it's like the only, and same thing with MJ. Peter is the only person that she loves that she has left. So to lose him would be taken into account, because she'll blame herself for what happened. That's basically what it's laying off, is that no matter what, his friends will take the blame for what happened. No matter what the people think, they'll take the blame for it, because they know they'll think it's their fault that they failed to protect him. So yeah. So let's just move on. I'm sorry I went on like a 400-minute tangent there, but yeah.
What has been your favorite quote from any Spider-Man film?
I'm watching porn.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm glad we're all the same page.
To name these dogs MCU characters, what would their names be?
This one is Anthony Mackie, because Anthony Mackie never shuts up.
That's terrible. He's a nice.
Yeah, same thing with Anthony Mackie. This is Blockbuster. Like, they roast each other all the time, and so does Sebastian Stan roast Tom as well. I wanted to know, if they had the chance, would they stab Tom in the neck? Would they do it? I have a burning question. I have a burning desire to ask that. Like, if you really do hate him as much as you say you do, prove it right now. Prove it right now. Stab Tom in the neck and prove it that you will do anything to get rid of him. It's like, boom. We'll see. We'll see if it's true or not. You see, like, mate, Tom should say that to Anthony, man. He should say that, and that would be such a great comeback line, mate. Oh my god. So yeah.
He's a lovely guy, but it is true.
Where did Tom Holland learn acting?
I was born an actor.
Get out of here.
Where did Tom Holland?
Fake ass. You could wear one color for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Black.
Well, yeah, of course.
Why?
Because it matches with everything.
I thought it said a colour then. I was like, what colour is that?
Why?
It's a shade of white.
I would do black.
I would do black.
Can you give us your best reaction face to these Far From Home themed words?
Okay.
Ready? Tony Stark.
See, here is where the bad acting comes in, right? Tom should have flippin' been off the charts after this. And one of these were like romance and like the thing happens, but like, yeah. This just proves like how good their friendship is in real life. Tom, I don't know if Zendaya or flippin' Jacob knows this, but no matter what happens in y'all's lives, Tom will take a bullet for you. They probably don't know that, but Tom is willing. Mate, like they say, Tom is a real life superhero, but he kind of is. He will take a bullet for you if he has the guts to. Tom will die for these two. Tom will die for these two, if it means anything. He would literally take a bullet for them. I feel like. I want to see if that's true, but like that's kind of a personal question, and I don't want to seem like a complete douchebag. So, you know. This was bad acting, man. This was bad acting 101. And also, did she just call him Todd? Did this lady just call Tom Todd? Tom Hiddleston. Tom Holland, huh? Well, I actually have given him that nickname before. I think I gave him Todd, Tommy, Dutch, Tom Holland, I think. I don't remember. I like how Zendaya is literally laughing like, yes, cry more, your tears will always make me laugh. Bad acting at its finest.
Okay. Oh, I'm good.
You okay? Need a moment?
I'm fine.
I was letting them
Thanks for
take
bringing
that.
that
Yeah, that got emotional.
Yeah.
Oh! Don't do that.
Yes. Scratching like a board. I've heard this rumor. Scratching a board will always annoy him. Oh boy. Scratching that thing would literally annoy the crap out of him. My man would literally be annoyed. No questions about it. He would be annoyed by that. So yeah.
Stop it.
ASMR.
No!
Oh, man.
The mic's be right next to your fingernails.
Tom, you've always been the subject of a lot
spoilers.
of... Well, no, a lot of actually trash talking from like Mackie and Sebastian Stan.
She does have a point. She does. Also, I wanted to point something out here as well, is that there was an interview that I watched, and I just fell in love with it right as I watched it for the first time. It was like Jacob and Zendaya, like where they sat down. Like I think they were on the press tour for Spiderman Far From Home. They sat down with an interviewer, and like one of the questions was like, "Do you like envy?" And let me guess. Can you guess what the answer is? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess what they said. You got your answer? And if you said worrying about Tom in that suit, you would be correct. You can get a gold medal. I saw it as like a kind of a weird thing, but also kind of sweet, because like now we know that there's actual genuine concerns for what happens. I want to see like something. Because, like, the mask is, like, one piece, like, as Zendaya said, and, like, the Graham Norton show. The mask is, like, all one piece, and, like, if he had to, like, throw up per se, how would he do that? That was basically what she said. And it was, like, it was kind of funny. So not only does Zendaya intertwine with her character in the third film, but also there are real life concerns when they are filming this film. It kind of shows that like Zendaya can really fall into her character. She can literally become that kind of guarded self persona of what this one is really. So yeah. That's kind of it, but I'm sorry for the interruptions, but...
Spoilers! Actually, people talk about
Chris, but do you guys know what it is about Tom that makes him such a good target for this?
Jealousy.
Yeah, Tom, you've basically become the roasting punching bag. And Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan is the puncher. You're basically a human punching bag. That is basically what you are to Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. You are basically a human punching bag. So yeah.
Most embarrassing moment in your life.
Meeting you for the first time was pretty embarrassing.
But why?
Because you walked in.
Yeah. I've seen the video. I've seen it. I know Zendaya doesn't really remember it this way, but I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of pretty embarrassing on Tom's end, at least. Cause they try to keep it professional. Tom really kind of tried it here, he tried to kind of friend zone it here a bit, but yeah, it didn't work. It was kind of like this awkward thing, but yeah.
To the room, and I was like, "Hi, nice to meet you." Went to shake your hand, you went for a hug, and I hugged.
Yeah, it wasn't one of his smoothest moments. It was clear that I feel like Tom was trying to keep it a bit more professional. I feel like that was a thing there. Tom was kind of trying to keep it a little bit more professional.
Like this, and your dad was there, and you were in the doorway, and it was just very. It wasn't
I don't remember that
cool
being
at
as
all.
awkward as you
Can Spider-Man
run out of web?
Yeah.
That's really awkward though. What if you get bugs or dirt in the hole?
I know. Does he have to clean his open orifices?
I know. Whoa! Don't even. Okay.
I wonder if you can sneeze out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Does he have to blow his wrists? He goes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
This would be kind of cool. He has this little kind of snot tube that kind of runs into his web shooters, and all he has to do to clear the snot out is kind of blow his wrist, press the web shoot button. That would actually be a great way to fully get rid of snot. To be honest, not gonna lie.
Thanks, bro. You alright, bro? You want some more food?
Do you have a favorite one? What are all your nicknames?
Mine is Dutch. Tom.
So what do you
That's
do with
my
Tom?
birth name.
No, your birth name is Thomas, right?
Thomas, yes.
Tom is your nickname. So Dutch?
Dutch
Where
is
did
my
that come
nickname
from?
because my second name is Holland, and you call people from Holland is called Dutch.
Oh, that was crazy!
135 million views in the first hour it was released.
The first hour?
Yeah, which is it's a good chunk of the human population, really, watching that trailer.
It's about half of your followers.
That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
How many views do you think you personally were responsible for?
At least 100 million.
Yeah, right.
At least.
Because you tweeted it or Instagrammed it or did something with it, right?
Well, it's no secret I'm not very good at Instagram.
Is that not a secret?
Clown music and clown emoji plays. We can roll the post. Roll it. Editing Jacob, you better roll that post, cause mate, we could literally get kicked out of this. And also, this guy, like, I don't mean this in a mean way, but like this guy who just like uploads like stuff about Tom and Zendaya and stuff. I feel like I feel like Tom is basically a meme wherever he goes. I seen like this thing like of like Tom. Like I should literally make a video like this guy does and says like it's like Tom and Zendaya digging themselves in a hole for like 10 plus minutes. You know, that should be my title, man. Cuz let me tell you, if I went into Tom and Zendaya's backyard, I bet you I would see 400 holes from how many holes they've dug themselves in.
No.
Oh.
I basically forgot to post the trailer. I woke up in the morning. We were supposed to post at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Is that right? And I couldn't figure out why I was getting so many more followers. I was like, this is great.
My mate couldn't figure out why we was getting more followers, mate. Well, duh. Your flipping trailer came out the day that happened. So, yeah, you're gonna gain followers, because, like, it's, like, one of the most anticipated movies. Same thing with, like, flipping this movie. It's, like, you can see the growth and stuff of these three. I wanna know what I wanna know how it went from the awkwardest kiss ever, the most awkwardest flipping thing ever, to, literally them not being awkward at all in the third film. Yeah. Cause like, as I remember, this film takes place right after Far From Home. You're kind of scraping it here, you know, you're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here, you know, you're kind of scraping it. So yeah, it's like something I kind of like just like pause there for like.
How many
Great way
more?
to start the day.
How many had you
It
gained?
was like a couple 100,000.
Oh, that's a lot, yeah.
I was like, this is amazing. And then I start scrolling and I see the trailer and I panic. And I was trying to download the trailer from my email and I couldn't, so I had to FaceTime you. And then she sent me a video of how to do it. So essentially, I'm an old man.
So Zendaya, you do IT for the gang?
That's my other job on this movie. No, it's true. It's really bad.
You think of all people would know how to work the web, it would be Spiderman. For God's sake.
You'd think.
What a burn.
Nice.
Thank you.
What a burn.
It's so weird.
Can Tom Holland
Yes.
speak Spanish?
Yes. See.
That's all I got.
Can Tom Holland dance?
Yes, he can actually.
Can Tom Holland
The classic finger gun dance. That's what I like to call it, the finger gun dance.
Yes, he can.
Yes.
Give it your best shot. We
have to
don't
do
expect
well.
we don't expect masterpieces. Just have a go.
Oh
Hang
yeah,
on, I'm
this
just
is
doing some
where
minor
Flippin'
details
Zendaya
to my
shines
face.
in the world.
I've done Jacob's eyes, nose.
I mean, it looks like he's looking over a wall or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's not that bad.
That's not bad.
I mean, if only you could draw, my face with the mouth and everything,
Yeah.
Zendaya, you
I
ready?
just, it kind of captures you a
I
little
like
bit.
it. I like it.
Oh wow.
Okay.
It was gonna be Tom Holland.
Okay.
What the?
I mean, it does look like you, and I haven't even finished your face yet.
What? We're like out here drawing this.
I
How
know.
did Tom Holland get famous?
It's a weird question.
Yeah.
Lip sync battle. No,
Damn.
Wow, mate. Classic. And also, this is another thing as well that I think is completely fake, is that people say that Zendaya only got famous because she did Spider-Man. It's kind of true for, like, Jacob, because he wouldn't have been in the spotlight if it wasn't for Spider-Man. But people think that Zendaya's success and fame came from Spider-Man, which is completely fake. She's done stuff that has been more popular than what Spider-Man is. She's done stuff way before Spider-Man. She's gotten famous of way more stuff than just Spider-Man. She's won the Fashion Icon Award. She's won an Emmy, whatever it's called. I can't even say today. But so, like, don't think a person is going to be famous off of one thing. When I saw this, like, rumor that she only got famous because of Spider-Man, I saw it as completely just bullcrap. So yeah. And also, like, Zendaya is totally lying here. Tom Holland, well, actually, you kinda got a point. Oh my god, how do I say this? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Tom was all. I don't think Zendaya was the reason Tom got famous. I think it's because he did Spider-Man. The lip sync battle is why he didn't. It wasn't why he got famous. He did Spider-Man, and he did many films before that. You know.
It was the lip sync battle, yeah.
You're welcome.
Just for those watching, we have some webs on set that Zendaya and I are going to demonstrate in an all-out web battle.
Oh. Maybe the audio just cut.
My first meeting with Zendaya was very embarrassing, actually, for me.
I don't remember this, but he says that there was some type of awkward hug shake thing.
It was just one of those moments where it just wasn't my smoothest moment.
It was kind of like a,
Tom has a point here. It was pretty embarrassing, to be honest. Even though I wasn't the one doing it, I still felt embarrassed. Because I was like, oh, it's cute, but flippin' just also so flippin' embarrassing. Oh, right. And the fact is here, like, this was like their first time meeting. Like, I think Tom really did try to keep it professional. Tom really did try and keep it professional here.
hey, woo, you know, it was one of those. So nice. Like, he's like one of the nicest people I think I've ever met. He's just a good dude. And so that it's really good to see that good things going on for like a good person.
I didn't really know what to expect with Zendaya, and I was excited to see what she was like, and I was so surprised and so happy. She's one of the most professional, hardworking people I've ever met.
Romance.
Here it is. Here's the thing that flippin' got people talking, you know? To be honest, what would make this scene flippin' even better? Oh, Lord Almighty. Jesus Christ. I wanted to see this one. This is flippin' Peter Parker. This is, and let's keep watching, shall we? Jacob. Like, golly, you're ruining the Jacob name here, mate. What is this? Jesus Christ. Someone get rid of Jacob. Someone get rid of Tandea. Let's get a flippin', let's get a John Holland. John, yeah, ship name. Cause these two, yeah, mate. Well,
What is this?
perfectly in sync as well. And this is the part that I love. Zendaya is someone get Nurse Joy on the phone. Like Zendaya is dying here. Like Zendaya is flipping dying of laughter. Jesus Christ, this sounded like a flipping door squeaking, mate. Can we get a door and also like just this sound effect, just this sound effect? You know, we that would be nice. Cause like flipping golly, mate.
Jacob, you win. Jacob, he said.
I tried it.
You won that one.
Nice.
Obviously, we can't do spoilers because I don't want to ruin the
Don't
movie.
ask me any questions.
Right, but
You are slobbering all over my dress. They're gonna be so mad.
Nice.
You know what? To be honest, I think yeah, I think she has a point. They're gonna be mad because that dress is probably worth. Don't tell anyone this. I think that dress is probably worth more than her entire life in general. Just saying. You know, that dress is probably worth more than what her life is, how much her life is worth in general. Oh God. Well, how much her net worth is in general. Oh my God, I'm probably gonna get so much hate for that. But yeah, and also, and what is Tom wearing here? My God, mate. To be, I get why Flippin' Zendaya won the fashion icon, cause like, you ain't gonna win no fashion icon award when you're wearing this. A leather jacket with a yellow t-shirt with flipping with the most saggy pants I've seen in in my years. Like, mate, get someone to iron those clothes for you, brother. Someone get those clothes ironed, mate. Yeah. I have no offense towards it, but that dress is probably worth more than your entire life and net worth in general. And maybe your entire acting career. That's a burn. This is gonna turn into me just roasting them for like half a minute or so. Yeah.
When I give it
Nice.
back, like, sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna be sorry, cause oh God, yeah, you're gonna be sorry, cause you're gonna say they're gonna say flipping, you lost a perfectly good dress that's probably worth more than your acting career, and you let a dog slobber on it. Jesus Christ, I'm going on a flipping tangent here, but mate.
How do you feel today, buddy?
So, yo.
What have you been up to?
I love how this dog is like just like flipping having enough. To be honest, I kind of wish that this dog would come up to Tom and bite his legs or bite his ankles. Actually, I think this dog would be a real good ankle biter. You know, because like Tom is like that kind of person. Like he's also very funny, but can also get rarely annoying.
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite part of the movie?
Nice.
I
Mine
love
too.
that part.
Mine too.
I love
Oh
that
my
part.
I like how they're pretending to understand him, but I'm like, all right. And I'm sitting here like, all right, yep. Keep taking your like little acting stuff here.
I love
What
that
about
part.
how's your love life, Frank? Not
Nice.
good.
Me
Dead
too.
silence. Dead silence. Dead silence. Probably like Peter in the first film. Peter's in the first film. Love life, dead. Second one, it's kind of deadish, alive-ish, you know. It's kind of dead alive. No Way Home, alive. just straight up out of the grave. Like, my man's love life was in the bin in the first film. Like, just completely in the bin. Just like, it was like that, like, little Kobe thing. And, like, my man was, like, literally a 3-piece combo from Taco Bell. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Me too. She clearly ain't playing, you know what I mean? She came to work, so what you think?
No. Fishing. Someone please tell. I know the dreadlocks are supposed to give you powers, but Jesus Christ, Tom. Yeah, I don't even know what this is from. This is probably from the lip sync battle. I don't know, but might. I know the dreadlocks are supposed to give you powers, but Jesus Christ, this is flipping. The person narrating this is a little bit more rubbing the dirt in the soil more than these two are. Someone proved me wrong by showing me the full clip, but like this person that's on stage with them is kind of really burying the dust.
I mean, wow. That was so average, Zendaya.
The face here, the face is what got me. Mate, the dreadlocks are supposed to give you powers. Not the easiest way to get roasted in front of millions of people. It's average. Probably like Zendaya's grade point average. Because that was average.
Let's step it up a notch, let's go!
The Tom's accent here is all over the place. I can't tell if he's speaking English or British. Like I'm not hearing him say, "I drink tea, darling." That's British there. Yeah, croissant. That's what he says, but like I can't judge him for that. Like, Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please. Man, I can say that. Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please. I don't even think there's any flaws in the thing I just said. Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please. Yeah, so, Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please. I'm really good at tongue twisters now. Peter Parker here to, oh god, Peter Parker here to pick the peppers, please. Alright, so yeah, that was the flipping thing, so yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next time, and also, Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.